So, hello. Sorry. Once again, I'm back on my old Dell Alienware trustworthy M17 R5 AMD edition. And we have made it in the 80s. Yay! Anyway, today is a new journey, the start of a new journey. We are finally in the world of Linux Mint. I haven't done plenty of things with it, but it was a good start, I must say. And let me show you what I have accomplished so far. Besides having this stream and recording up using OBS, and the stream should be fine on Twitch service. Let's just check it out and then see the system information and so on. So let's reload the Twitch. Come on, baby! Okay, seemingly it works just fine. So yeah, when you first install the system, you end up here on this welcome window. Basically, it's something that most modern Linux distributions do. And then you take the first steps here, which I did. Basically, I had some minor theming going on, like dark colors, like cursors. We will be seeing more of these things in the days ahead. But anyway, you select your theme, if you like light or dark colors or automatic. System snapshots, I enabled this one as well. Basically, it's time shift. Driver manager, for this system I didn't need any new drivers. I have updated the system. I had plenty of updates to do after the installation. And then I did some stuff on system settings and software manager. And that was it. And left, of course, this window to come next time when I will log back in. Because for me, this is a new system, a totally new system. Anyway, first things first, let's just check out the system information for the new people that are watching the stream, or they will be watching the video on the YouTube channel later in the day or in the future. So let's try to find the system information through the GUI. Let's just write this one. Yep, system information. Here we are. Okay. So yeah, this was pretty easy to locate. Computer, Alienware M17 R5 AMD, Linux Mint Cinnamon 64-bit. The processor is an AMD Ryzen 9 6900HX. And the graphics is, I'm using the discrete graphics, the discrete GPU. It's basically the Radeon 6800M. And the system has 32 gigabytes of RAM and 2 terabytes of SSD space storage. And the desktop, it's Cinnamon, of course. The display server, I was surprised about this. It was X11. This one I had missed when I read about Linux Mint. It's not Wayland, it's X11. At least the one that I installed in the system. Anyway, this is the GUI. Let's go now to the terminal in order to check out the system information. So maybe it's clear by now. Besides placing the panel, because this is on the bottom when you install the system, besides moving it up and changing the dark theme when I first started up the system, I had installed the fish shell and also the fonts that because I needed to work with the system as well. I installed my fonts and of course fast fetch. So here we can have the system information in full detail. So you can pause the stream or the video later in the day, or when you'll be watching the video in any case, and see the system information at your own pace. But yeah, so basically the panel up here, the fish terminal and the fast fetch. What else? The date and time exactly as I want it to be, exactly like I want it to be. The weather, and these things up here I moved left and right a few things, I disabled some others. But what is surprising is this little thing, which in something almost seemingly perfect, it's a mess. I don't know why this is happening. I can come here and switch this off, and then no problem, the text is just fine. But as soon as I enable this, which supposedly is something that the system offers to me just like that without installing or doing anything, as you can see, the flags are like compressed. Anyway, and of course, in order to be able to work with the system, I did like I installed few apps like Vivaldi browser, of course, my preferred browser, like Kdenlive, OBS, of course, GIMP, Krita, plenty of Flatpak apps, I must say. Let's just open up again the terminal. Silly me, Flatpak. Yeah, as you can see, PDF Arranger, Flat Seal, OBS Studio, Vivaldi, plenty of apps in any case, Flat Seals, Flatpaks. And yeah, of course my desktop wallpapers. What else? Yeah, I think more or less this was these were the things that I managed to accomplish. Of course, as I said, I did some setting stuff, like to have the system do as I wish. For example, as you can see, the wallpapers are changing almost every minute. Yeah. What I want to say, what I want to do with Linux Mint is to put its reputation to the test, so to speak. Supposedly this one is, as the company says, let's just browse on the company's website, companies. So yeah, Linux Mint. Here we are, and let's go to Wikipedia. Sorry, my bad. Okay. So yeah, as it says on the Wikipedia, Linux Mint is a community-developed Linux distribution based on Ubuntu. First released in blah blah blah, it says a few things, and then it says Linux Mint is often noted for its ease of use, out-of-the-box functionality, and appeal to desktop users. It comes bundled with selection of free and open source software. The default desktop environment is Cinnamon, and it continues to go on with few other facts. Anyway, and this is the official website. What is Linux Mint? Linux Mint is an operating system for desktop and laptop computers. It is designed to work out of the box and comes fully equipped with the apps most people need. Well, not exactly true in my case, but about the apps I mean, but in general, it is true that unlike most of the other Linux distributions that I have tried before, it had a good balance of apps that I could find and install or manage their settings through the GUI than using the terminal more often than not. And I think maybe I have used the terminal for like maybe the most basic of things, nothing too insane, and that was just like memory wise thing. I could have easily skipped that, but it was like an autopilot kind of a thing. But yes, so far you can actually seemingly, at least the first steps, you can use this system without having to use the terminal, and quite a good selection of apps to install and use. Personally, I have found most of the apps that I had in mind Maybe I haven't installed, for example, XIV Lancer. Yes, exactly. It exists, of course, as a Flatpak 100%, but I forgot to install it. Anyway, things for the first experience, even off camera, it was great, no problem whatsoever. But clearly not a system for me, because I have the feeling that I will not be able to customize it exactly as I prefer. And what I dislike, sorry to the team, the people behind it, the supporters, I have nothing bad to say towards you, but I feel like this system, it was designed maybe for older generation of Linux users, and perhaps more like Windows users than let's just say Mac OS or modern Linux users, whatever that may seem to most of you. Anyway, on one hand, plenty of good stuff for newcomers, but on the other hand, it's some rough things around the edges here and there related to customization. And that X11, I don't know what's going to happen in the near future, or maybe in the like a year next or 2 years next in the future, into the future. Remains to be seen. X11, tricky stuff, and I didn't have the time to search if they will implement the Wayland and when they will do that or whatever. But yeah, for a few things I was surprised that this is how they do it. Anyway, I don't want to drag this any longer. It's just a very first contact, a very first introduction to Linux Mint for me and for everyone who is going to watch this stream or the video later in the YouTube channel. Yeah, did I miss anything? Oh yeah, the OBS settings. Before I go, let me show you the OBS settings that I have been using today. Basically, I'm using, as always, video bitrate 8000, as always, like 99% of the time. Video encoder is software X264. Encoder preset is very fast, basically it's the middle one. And then, of course, NKV, and recording quality, high quality medium file size, and video encoder software X264, low CPU usage preset, increases file size. And the video, of course, it's full HD, 25 FPS. Sorry. Also, before I leave, I must say this. You can see that things appear to be big in screen. As you saw in the system information, I will open up the terminal again. Indeed, I'm using the full 4K resolution, but at scale ×2. This is because it has an experimental feature. I can come here, for example, and enable this one. I tried it for a little bit and I had some slowdowns here and there. Maybe it was something that the system was doing on the background, but I'm not sure about it. But I will give it a go, because as is at the moment, I'm seeing the things in 200% scale, and I don't like that. Maybe it will be good for the stream at 150, maybe 133, 150 maybe max, but I think 200 is too much, both for the stream and my own sake. I think, I'm not sure, but yeah, I will experiment with the experimental feature and we will see. And hopefully I will have plenty of time to do more customizations before the next stream. But I don't think I will be staying long on this Linux distribution. Most probably what they advertise, most probably it's exactly what they were aiming for, and what they continuously aiming for is to have a system available that even a newcomer, computer illiterate person to come and be his first system ever. Perhaps not a PC gamer, hardcore PC gamer, or someone who wants to be a hardcore PC gamer, but anything and everything else, I think this system will service that person well. Anyway, remains to be seen. I'm cautiously optimistic. we will see, we will see. Anyway, don't want to drag this any longer. For real this time, I'm going away. As always, thank you for everything and see you on the next one. Bye!